Hello, this is Nicole Whitlock with the eCom Mondays. And today we are here to discuss with you what is happening in e-commerce news. We're here to discuss what is happening as far as prepping for Q3. We're going to briefly discuss that. And we're also going to discuss what else is happening in the eCom sellers group. So welcome to eCom Mondays. We do this every other Monday at around 8:30 p.m. And we're so glad that you're here. So please share this out, share this with others, and let's get started. So Miss Kelly Ward is here with me. So we're gonna let her take it away, Kelly.
All right.
We have no sound, Kelly. Say
No
that.
sound?
I can hear you now. Okay. I can hear you now.
No, it's my Brina.
Okay. So today I'm hearing an echo of me. Is
I don't hear an echo of you. You sound perfect.
okay.
Absolutely perfect. No echo. You are on the stream twice for whatever reason, so I can remove the second Kelly. But yeah, I don't have an echo.
All right. Okay. One of the big things is PayPal has a new resale policy just going to take effect July 31st. So that makes items that are purchased for resale exempt from protection under PayPal's protection program. So if you're buying stuff off of auction to resell or buying lots off of eBay to resell, or if you find something on Mercari, anyone put on eBay, it won't have that PayPal protection program. So it says include items that are for resale, including single item transactions that include multiple items, like a lot of something. You buy a lot of baseball cards or such. But they qualify for PayPal protection program. This doesn't apply to purchases of collectibles that may be sold at a later point. So, like if you go buy some basketball player's rookie card and save it for 10 years and then later resell it because it's gone higher, that's different than buying it. So it also doesn't apply to purchases that you're the end buyer and then you decide later to sell it because maybe it doesn't fit or you didn't really like it. Then you said, I'm going to sell it. It doesn't apply to that. Or trade in used goods, luxury items between consumers.
Now we do have some weird sound feedback from you. I hear like every other word. I don't know what is happening. So I so I think what Kelly was saying was about PayPal protection program. You can tell me if I heard it right. So what Kelly was saying was that the PayPal protection program is not going to cover some of the resale items. Is that correct, Kelly? And yeah, your sound is completely gone now. So she's probably going to leave and come back because we have something weird is happening where Kelly is not. Kelly has lost her sound. So anyway, we're gonna kick that one off and let's try again. So we were starting off with e-commerce news, and Kelly was giving us an update on the PayPal protection program. And basically, she was giving us the short version of the fact that the PayPal protection program does not cover some resale items. So as soon as I get the link, I'll be able to share that in the chat, and you can take a look at it. And hopefully, you'll find that piece of information helpful. I know that there is some news about Amazon moving Prime Day into October. This should get real interesting because of the fact that Prime Day is typically July of every year. And so the whole premise behind Prime Day, they set it up because of the fact that Amazon was making the majority of their money in Q4. They were making it in the Q4. So a few years ago, Amazon implemented the Prime Day, which happened to be at the beginning of Q3, around July of every year. And they were doing that because so you could have like a massive sale in the middle of the year, because they were having massive sales at the end of the year anyway because of Q4. Well, now that everyone is buying online, and I do mean everyone because of COVID-19, unfortunately, there are sales aplenty. And so there are a lot of sellers that are experiencing Q4 numbers right now because of the current situation. We've gone from hypothetically maybe 100 buyers online. This is just a hypothetical to 1,000 buyers online. And so exponentially, even if those 1,000 buyers online are even making small purchases, that's still more buyers than they had before. So all of the platforms in which you can buy, they are just experiencing massive growth. And so Amazon, in my mind, just my personal opinion, I really don't know if they need a Prime Day anymore. They had a Prime Day because of the fact that, they wanted to have a spike in mid-year sales and, just to kind of coincide with back to school and help people get some stuff on discount. So, you could buy Kindles and all kinds of stuff and Alexa and all kinds of different things at a discounted price. And now they've moved this to October, which is actually the beginning of Q4. So that would mean, I'm thinking personally, they should just go ahead and just move it to Black Friday and just be done with it because they don't need it anymore. But Jeff Bezos, he's in charge of whatever they decide to do. So maybe they'll have some amazing deals in October, and maybe they will have stabilized everything that's happening in their warehouses. Maybe all of the carriers will have picked up on resolve some of their delivery challenges that they're experiencing right now, and things will be back to normal. Who knows? But write October on your calendar and watch the news. And let's see what happens and see if they still host. And again, it's tentative for Prime Day in October. So Kelly, go ahead and talk, and let's see if we can hear you now.
All right. Is that better? Yeah, the echo's not back there. So you want to talk about Amazon for Prime Day? I had that in my notes that it's been moved to October. Another thing is for states that they collect, states and territories that they were collecting remitting taxes. There were 2 new additions that started in July. Most states are already, we're both in Texas, and they started collecting and remitting Texas sales tax for us last October. Now they've added Mississippi and Puerto Rico for this month. That they're collecting those state sales taxes, which is different from tax you have to pay for the federal government. It's a sales tax. They're doing it for Mississippi and Puerto Rico now. So they've added those 2 new ones this month. You could go on to the Amazon if you're a seller, and you can see when they started collecting and remitting sales tax for your state, if your state has sales tax. I know there's a few states out there that doesn't have sales tax, like Delaware and such, but so that's something that's new and started. For Walmart, you can just, not many people know that you can sell on there, but we just released a couple, I think last month or a month ago, before that, how to sell on Walmart. That's something new that we've added our training, but they've added a 3-day expedited, I can never say that word, expedited delivery option to help sellers boost conversion rates, to kind of go, with the 2-day Prime, everyone wants everything next day, 2 days. So now Walmart's added 3-day expedited delivery for their sellers to have, so they can compete with Prime. So that's going to be in their back office. Now the big thing is eBay managed payments. If you've been getting that email, that deadline, tick, 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 it's coming. I haven't gotten that email from my eBay store yet. But a lot of people got that email saying you got until July 15th to sign up. It's not very hard. I've seen some sellers, they've done videos on them for YouTube, and basically you just fill out some information, connect your bank account, and then eBay will make sure everything's connected. It's using the same processor that Etsy uses, and I'm on Etsy too. And it's not very hard. I mean, I get paid, when I make a sale from Etsy, they hold the sale, and if I ship it, they take shipping cost out of that, whatever the cost was from the customer. And then every Monday, I get a deposit from Etsy from all my sales. So that's kind of like what eBay's going to do, and you could do it once a week, or you could schedule it for every other day. So you got to look into if you have a business account, because some of the business accounts don't want you to, they'll charge you if you have a bunch of deposits being done. So you might want to wait to have it done weekly, so you don't have the extra fees in your bank account. So you have to see what your bank account has for the managed payments. So the full transition, they say, is going to be done by 2022. Most sellers in 2021. So most likely that's when I'll get that email saying I have to go over. But I don't mind. It means that all the bugs are being worked out. I mean, they've worked out a lot of bugs since they started this. At first there wasn't no global shipping. Now that's there. And then you had to pay for your shipping yourself and not out of the payment from your customers. And now they're making it so that you can take that shipping cost out of the payment from the customer. And it didn't work with GoDaddy bookkeeping. I've heard it now works with GoDaddy bookkeeping. One of the things because that's what I use for my accounting, is GoDaddy bookkeeping. And if I was like, if it ain't working with GoDaddy, I ain't sorry, I'm not signing up. So they got to work with that. But this managed payments, has more options for your customer to pay. They can pay with Apple Pay now and Google Pay, besides just PayPal, and they can pay with credit cards. So, and PayPal is still going to be an option to pay. So, but it's just not going to your PayPal account anymore. I know a lot of people, that's what they used for Amazon, for eBay, was they used their PayPal account. So it's highly recommended to have a separate account for your business. So if you don't have a separate account for your business, I would go get one, because it's going to make so much easier time for tax time, which tick, tick, tick. The government had extended tax day from April 15th to July 15th, and that's like next week, people. So you better, I'm going to be doing my taxes this week. I know that. We kind of, we just kind of procrastinate. So now we're down to the wire. Other news is Lucky Brand Jeans has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on Friday. I've heard that they have filed for Chapter 11 before, so they might be just doing some restructuring. But for a while, those jeans were selling for some pretty good money. So that's the news that I saw for today.
And so there's a lot of stores that we know. I think we did a bankruptcy list before. I think we need to do another store bankruptcies because there's just a long list of stores that that are available to either acquire inventory from. And this is unfortunate because all of these people, people who work in these stores, employees of these stores, we feel for them. We feel for what's happening with the economy. We also want you to know that that's an opportunity for you to have inventory to source. So we know that there's some store closings that are happening for J.C. Penney's. Not all the stores are closing, but some of their stores are closing. So you might want to do a search for them for sure. We know about Pier 1 Imports. I'm trying to remember all of the stores because I'm trying to go through the list real quick. But again, we have to do another thing on all the stores, the list of stores that are closing, because it's either or companies that are filing bankruptcy, and so sometimes it is a reorganization, and sometimes um, it is a true store closing. So Lucky Brands was one of them. Can you let me see if I got? I'm gonna see if I can find the latest list real quick. Like I said, we
I
did a.
know at GNC, some of they're closing while
Oh
their
yes.
stores.
Yep, GNC. Okay, so I found it. There's 15 that have filed bankruptcy so far in 2020. So GNC is one of them for sure. Tuesday Morning, Centrix Brands, J.C. Penney's, Stage Stores, Aldo, Neiman Marcus, J. Crew, Roots USA, True Religion, Sporting Goods, Art Van Furniture, Blue Stem Brands, Pier 1, and I don't know what SFP Franchise Corp. I'm thinking that's like forget what store grouping that is. I'm gonna have to look that one up real quick. But there's a lot of stores. They own the Papyrus. I'm probably not saying that right. I think that was like the paper goods store. So we know a lot of them, they closed at the beginning of the year, but Pier 1 is the one that's definitely going out of business. And so you want to take advantage of it, anything that you can buy that's actually at a true discounted price there. Um, and
Yeah,
then
you have to watch it. They jack up the prices, and then they act like they like it's 30% off, and like that's more than it was when it was normal
yeah,
price. What are you talking about?
yeah, those are the liquidators coming in to try and get their money back. That's really what's happening there is the liquidators are raising the price. Nicholas, give me that. The liquidators are coming in, and they are the ones that are raising the price so they can try and get some of their money back, and then saying that this is the going out of business price, and that's really not the going out of business price. So look for those. And then the other thing is, we were going to talk about a couple of tips to get ready for Q3. So Q3 is here. Like we're already in Q3.
Yeah, this is the time we be sending in back to school stuff, and I was talking with other sellers today, and we're like, it's hard to tell what's going to be happening with back to school because we don't know what everything changes from month to month. We don't know if will the kids be going to school, will they be homeschooled, or is it going to be half and half? So, it's kind of, but we still have to sit, they're still going to need school supplies. They're still going to need the paper and the pencils and what, no matter where they're going to be doing their work from, so.
That's absolutely true. And so that was the thing I wanted to talk about. So back to school is kind of weird. It's kind of kaluji right now because you have, Texas is doing some hybrid of, virtual academy, they call it, that's homeschool, and a different version of homeschool. And then they have the on campus. But again, depending on what happens with the COVID-19 numbers, then, we may all be at home again, but they're going to hopefully be a little more prepared because they will have had the summer to prepare for what homeschool might actually look like. So when you think about back to school, again, like Kelly said, they're still going to need supplies. A lot of the kids, they were able to pick up their school supplies at the end of the school year. Like the last week in May or the first week in June, the school said, okay, we have a procedure and for you to come pick up all the stuff that's either in your locker, in your desk, in your folders, in your whatever. And so don't get out of your car, open your trunk, if there's anything you need to return to the school, make sure you wipe it down, put it in place. It was just crazy. This whole return stuff to school and get your stuff back from the school. So in essence, unless your kids were engaged in activities over the summer to prevent regression, and that's when they lose skills, then they may have used some of their school supplies or may not have used any of them. But there will be parents that will be buying school supplies and they're gonna want to be better prepared. So this is what I recommend. And this is just me just kind of looking at it as a parent and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my kids is one, definitely, I think school supplies are still going to be needed, period. Um, School supplies are going to be something that parents are going to need. And I think things that are going to help kids to be organized and more focused at home, if they have to be at home, that's going to be key. So parents are probably looking to set up like, okay, let's get you a school desk at home, just in case you're at school 2 days a week and home 2 days a week, or you're at school 3 days a week and at home 2 days a week, so that they have something set up, a dedicated space. A lot of parents didn't have a dedicated space for their kids. So if you're a drop shipper, this is an opportunity to look at desks and see what kind of small desks that can fit in small spaces in people's houses that they can buy inexpensively. What can you offer? What can you sell? Other things that will help the kids to stay organized. Again, parents were just thrust into the whole homeschool thing. Trust me, I'm in that boat. So what were the things? Dry erase boards, cork boards, those are kinds of things that parents are like, okay, so I am better equipped for whatever version of school my kids will have. And then helping the kids to compile some type of schedule and to stay organized. So those types of tips, those types of things that will help kids to be organized. And now that works a lot better for kids that are a little more independent. For the younger kids, you're going to have to figure out a workspace. And so you might want to, if you're in that situation where you don't know what you're doing, if you have a daycare that you were working with or an elementary school, you might want to figure out, how can I set up some type of workstations? So, my children, both of my kids are on the spectrum. One is definitely way more immature, younger than the other one from a maturity standpoint, between the ages of 4 to 6. So what we did was we bought a boatload of those canisters from the Dollar Tree. They're like shoe boxes, I guess, clear shoe boxes with the white lid. And we would do a rotation of crafts. And some of these ideas you can get off of Pinterest. And so look at the summer activities that people have put together on their Pinterest boards, or ideas or blogs, mommy blogs. And so we put some of those together to help the kids to stay focused. When you finish this activity, put everything back into your tub, go to the next tub. So in one day, from a school standpoint, the school may say, I want your child to do these activities. You literally could organize it in such a way so they can say, okay, you do tub 1, tub 2, tub 3, tub 4, and tub 5, and you're done for the day. You just give them the little miniature shoebox tubs with their activity and or worksheets and or assignment and or instructions inside of it. So parents are going to need things to help them to be organized. Parents are going to need things to help them to stay on track. Parents are going to need things to help their kids to refocus. So some of the other things that I did was I put together a schedule where my kids have what they're called brain breaks. And so they could, go out into the hallway and do 20 jumping jacks, or go jump on the trampoline and then come back and let's do whatever work, or, go get your bottle of water. And so you kind of get the kids to get so that they can be self-managed. They can learn how to manage their own time. They can learn how to be focused. So what are those tools? So we also have a little clock timer. I want to say it's on the ground down here. It was on my desk, but my son must have taken it down. And it has a little timer on it. It's for those kids that are learning how to tell time. And so the more the time moves, then the red goes away. And for people who have children that are on the spectrum, they know what I'm talking about, but other people don't. But anyway, oh, here it is. So anyway, like this thing. So again, parents are looking for things to help kids to learn how to self-manage themselves, how to manage their time. And so these are perfect tools to help a child learn to gradually gain those skills on their own and gain independence, so that they're not so prompt dependent, which is really what it's called. If you have a child on the spectrum, you know about ABA probably. And so that is exactly what it is. So be thinking about, what does a parent need if their school is split up between, you go to a physical school 3 days a week and you're at home 2 days a week. What do they need to have at home? And what do they need to have in that backpack? And then also, what are the things that the parents need to keep the child safe? Masks, gloves, maybe some type of hand sanitizer. Now, we all know that was on the school list, no matter what school district you were in. A big old thing of hand sanitizer to take to schools, but the teachers were using that. The kids weren't doing anything with that. You were just required to take it. But again, what can you be teaching your kids over the summer so they have their own little miniature size of hand sanitizer that they can use on a regular basis? Things that will help the child to be able to either stay in school or be able to manage their time better when they're at home. So those are the tips that I would say parents should be looking into, or at least you should be looking into as a seller, to say, okay, what would a parent need? Let me go look at some of these mommy blogs. Let's go look at people who already do homeschooling and figure out how they organize their day. Because again, a parent who works a 9 to 5 or whatever, third shift, second shift, they were not prepared for their kids being home all the time at all. They were not prepared. They were caught off guard. So now they have a little bit of runway time, even though their kids are probably driving them crazy all summer long. They have a little more runway time to get ready. So for the state of Texas, we got about 6 weeks. We're going to be hit the ground running one way or the other. Either it's going to be a combination of homeschool and regular school, or it's going to be whatever. So be thinking about those types of things that are going to help parents, and things that will help the kids to self-manage their time and self-regulate their time, and what types of tips that they will need. What types of structure do they need in the house? If some parents are like, I wasn't planning on buying a desk. Now I got to get a desk because you're going to be home and I can't have you, laying across the bed trying to do your homework. Maybe they don't get a full blown desk. Maybe they get one of those lap boards. Again, you as a seller, can you sell one of those lap boards the kids can put over their lap and actually have some of their school supplies in them? What type of laminating tools could you potentially be selling? What type of miniature notebooks or post-its or whatever to help a child be able to manage and organize their time. So I think back to school is still going to be one of those that's going to sell. It's just going to look different because parents have to prepare for both ways. They have to prepare for both ways.
And
Because,
you also have
go ahead.
college. We don't know about college kids. Are they going to the dorms?
Yeah.
Or is it going to be online classes, or is it going to be half and half? Even with college, it's just kind of up in the air. It's kind of made this year kind of strange.
It is. And that is the other thing. I know that there's a lot of kids that you would typically start preparing to buy dorm supplies. And so I think one person on our team, they have said that their child is definitely going to school. The school said that they're opening, but they're only opening up until they'll be in the dorm until November, until Thanksgiving. And then everybody's got to clear out of the dorms. So they're closing the dorms down early and for an extended period of time, and may not open them up again in the spring. So again, what does that look like? What are the supplies? We always taught people to buy back to school, and we also said, okay, let's think about beyond back to school. Let's think about the college. What do I need to take to the dorm with me? What are those supplies? So maybe they only need half of those things, but they still need them. And so you could be the seller that supplies that stuff. The other thing is a lot of stores were not getting traffic. They're not getting traffic because of the fact that, COVID-19, people didn't want to go out shopping. So there's a bunch of stuff that's on aisles and on shelves that typically would have been gone by now. If they had normal traffic, they would have been sold. But because they weren't sold and that next wave of inventory is on its way in or already there, the stores are discounting a boatload of stuff. So this is an opportunity for you. It is a huge opportunity to go ahead and acquire inventory that you otherwise may not have even thought about, because of the fact that the stores have to get this stuff cleared out. So, summer clothes. I've been seeing a lot of summer clothes on clearance already, and it's July. I mean, we just had the 4th of July, and summer clothes are on clearance. Swim clothes are on clearance. And again, it's because they were preparing for back to school to come in and have all of the stuff in the stores for back to school clothes. And so now they got all the summer stuff that never sold. So they're putting summer on clearance. So be thinking about, okay, what are those things if you have the opportunity and you're comfortable going to the stores, look around and see what they're putting on clearance, because that's a great way to acquire some inventory. If you have a wholesale account, you might want to talk with the wholesale suppliers that you work with and say, okay, what are the things that you guys are about to put on clearance because you had already back ordered something else, or you were already manufacturing something else, or what are the things that are going to be manufactured late or slow? So a lot of people are surprised about the whole pool situation, the inflatable pools. Like, it's really hard to find inflatable pools there's a couple of strategies we won't reveal, but it's kind of hard to find inflatable pools right now. And that's because there's a certain window of time in which those are manufactured. And so when they're done manufacturing, they move on to whatever was the next thing they were going to manufacture in the plant. And so there's like a boatload of people that are in a state of shock. Like, why can't you find pools or pool, big pools that you can put in the backyard or whatever? And it's because they're only manufactured a certain time of the year. So those plants are going to start up again. Be thinking about what inventory could you acquire that you had not thought about. So you'll probably be able to buy some spring inventory dirt cheap, some summer inventory dirt cheap. Go ahead, Kelly.
Well, you just said 4th of July. Well, it's also election year. So all that patriotic stuff that's going on clearance, buy it up and put it out, because people could be buying that for election. I don't know if we can have election parties, but they might be able to have like small election gatherings, or for at the voting booths and stuff they want to decorate. So
Yeah.
all that 4th of July stuff that didn't get sold, it's going to be perfect for the election coming up.
Absolutely. And some of it will go on deeper discount on clearance on after Labor Day. So be thinking about that. And also be thinking about the stuff that people can put outside. Because again, this is all about the year of outside so that you're not in a closed in space. So you can reduce the chances of infection by being outside. So think about what kind of things that people might put in their yard. They may have yard signs. You never thought of a yard sign before. But again, this is an election year. So what type of red, white, and blue might be out in the front yard? Think about all the flags. Think about all of the, I think they're like, I forget what they're called, but anyway, they're red and blue, red, white, and blue. And
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and they put them maybe around their porch, whereas otherwise they would have put them around a stage or around some tables for an election. So be thinking about all of that red, white, and blue. And then one more thing, and Kelly may have something else, is okay, in the midst of all of this madness, there's some things that are not going to change. Hurricane season does not care about COVID-19. It just doesn't. It doesn't care if COVID-19 is here or not. Hurricane season has already started. So what are the things that people have to buy or are going to need because of hurricane season? So definitely look into that. See what you can potentially offer. See what, if you got wholesale suppliers, what can you order? What can you acquire? What can you buy? What are the things that they put on clearance? Because nobody was buying those things, but they're going to be useful during hurricane season. So we gave you some golden nuggets. Is there anything else you want to add, Kelly?
Sports cards. I think I might mention that before, but they're still going crazy. Because we got the NBA's made some sort of way to have the playoff, because the season got cut off in the middle of March. So the fans are like, but I want to see who wins the championship this year. So they're having, I think they're having it down at Disney. I've heard rumors of baseball maybe starting up soon, and who knows about football. But I'll be there'll be a big old thing going on down here in the South if they take away our football. So.
Yeah, I mean, they're still. So I still, piggyback off what we said last time. Outdoor, whatever, is still going to be a big thing. Outdoor, whatever. I don't care if you're selling lawn chairs, the cushions that go on lawn chairs, the covers that go over the cushions that go on lawn chairs, the little things that go up under the chairs so that they don't slide as much, little grippers. I don't care if you would sell the little portable tables, the little tables, the dinner tray tables, whatever. Anything that's going to allow people to be outside and socialize and not have to be in a closed place or have the opportunity to mingle with other people outdoors, and including sports, cover tents, that kind of stuff. People want to get out. They want to get it together, or they want to participate in something. I saw a news article about Walmart's going to be offering drive-ins in their parking lot, drive-in movie showings in their parking lots. Again, I'm in. So if people are going to the drive-in theater, what are the kind of things that they might be buying to take with them? So again, there's so much opportunity for us as sellers. All of the regular stuff is still going to sell. Groceries are never going to stop selling. People are doing the whole place the order and pick it up. But again, sometimes those place the order, pick it up, they're like 2 or 3 or sometimes a week later. So if they can order it from you and potentially get it sooner, some people are doing that as well. But there's always going to be a need for you as a seller to be able to have things available for people to buy. So you just have to be creative in what you do and how you source and be thinking beyond what you think you need right now. Think of all the things that people might be buying in August or September, and then expand your thinking into October, November, and December. Again, hurricane season is not going anywhere. Halloween is not going anywhere. We don't know what Halloween is going to look like, but it's not going
There'll
anywhere.
be a full moon on Halloween this year. I tell you what.
Woo! Oh my gosh. Just like the 4th of July was a full moon. Thanksgiving is not going anywhere. There will still be a Black Friday. It's not going anywhere. Christmas is not going anywhere. So these are things that will still happen no matter what. So be thinking about that. Was there anything else you wanted to add, Kelly, before I get ready to close out?
No, that's pretty much.
Okay. So what I want to do is I want to encourage you guys, if you're looking to take a deep dive into your business, if you're looking to help, really focus 100% on your business and to get your business jump started in 90 days, then go ahead and sign up for eCom Sellers Mastery. It is $57 total. That's roughly about $7 a class. There's 8 sessions over 12 weeks. And it's a great opportunity for you to take a serious, focused look at your business, your Amazon or your eBay business. We will be offering another 90-day challenge or a 90-day, 90-day challenge in September. So, and I'm looking forward to that one because I think we'll have a boatload of signups for that one because we're going to take a deep focus into another topic that people are interested in, 2 topics. Um, if you are looking for regular ongoing support, we encourage you to sign up for eCom Sellers Academy. All you have to do is go to www.ecomsellersacademy.com, sign up now, become a member. It's $17.99 a month. You cannot beat that price anywhere. And all of the stuff that you get access to a membership site. You go into a private Facebook group. We have training every Tuesday. It's live training. We host workshops. So this is our workshop series. Last year it was our regular series, and so this is our workshop series for the next 12 months. And so we did retail arbitrage. Part 2 is tomorrow. Then we move on to online arbitrage, and we just move through a list of topics that we've already pre-set up because based on feedback that we've gotten. In addition to that, we offer 2 live Q&A sessions every single week. And we also have we host a listing party and an auto ungating party in which you get ASINs. We give you 10 ASINs at the auto ungating party, so 20 a month. You get 10 wholesale suppliers at the listing party, and that's 20 a month. And then we have a retail arbitrage list. Actually, is going out, I think today or tomorrow. But you get 25 retail arbitrage items that you can go out and get results immediately. So you'll get those 5 of them a week, which is 20 a month. So we encourage you to sign up for that. And it's a great group. It's a great group of leaders that support that. We have 8 amazing leaders that support the academy. And then you also get free quarterly coaching sessions. That's one-on-one. You don't pay extra for that. That's all included as being a member. And then last but not least, if you did not grab your Print on Demand Summit, we just hosted, the Print on Demand Summit, we're partners with them. They just hosted their Mega Print on Demand Summit. We actually had a 4th of July special where you could get 50% off, and it ended this morning. So again, it's still a great opportunity if you want to incorporate print on demand into your business. This is the time to get it started. You're in Q3. Spend all of Q3 learning print on demand, getting better at print on demand, implementing your print on demand business, figuring out how much time you want to invest every single day in your print on demand business, in addition to whatever you're doing right now, whether it's drop shipping, whether it is retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, whatever you're doing, incorporate print on demand into that business. That is a great financial opportunity for you to scale your business and to make lots of money. So with that being said, I do thank Kelly for her news and for the information that she shared. We appreciate you coming out and listening to us. We do this every other Monday. It is eCom Mondays. I am Nicole Whitlock. That is Kelly Ward. She's the eCom mom. And we are so glad that you're here. We hope that we were a blessing to you. We hope to see you again in 2 weeks. Bye for now.
Bye-bye.